How's it going, guys? And I just finished watching this deleted scene from the Batman involving the Joker, and a lot of people, it's really been, really setting social media on fire. Like this scene, a lot of people seem to kind of be torn between like, should the scene have been left in? Should it have been deleted as it was? And I have to say, I got to go with the latter. Definitely this scene, it was a good thing that they cut it out. Also, this interpretation of the Joker, I mean, it's good, but I gotta say that this is probably the worst interpretation I've seen on film. Honestly, like this is an even worse laugh than Jared Leto's, which was decent. The guy got a lot of flack. But this, people talked about like an over the top appearance for Jared Leto, and I get it, the tattoos and everything. It wasn't everybody's cup of tea. But then you've got this particular look, and it's I get it. The Joker fell into a vat of acid in most tellings of the origin. Now they've retold this in various different different periods in the Batman comic books, and in different animated shows, the movies. I mean, you could go around through the history of the Joker, and there's all like different appearances and everything. I mean, we've seen the Joker look every which way. But this was maybe going maybe a little too far with the appearance. I mean, we almost got the guy looking like fucking Killer Croc. I mean, honestly, he was almost scaly in appearance. He should not look that burnt up. Like, what's like a good looking Joker? If you want to see like the Joker fucked up, Arkham Knight. Remember when Batman was seeing visions of the Joker, like illusions and the apparitions of him? He was burnt, but you could kind of, see it behind the makeup. And I get what they were kind of going for here. He was sort of still wearing makeup. I mean, I did like the mysterious way that they did shoot this. I mean, this is a good scene for what it is. I mean, the cinematography is still present. They only show you bits and pieces of him. You see the shot from the back of his head. You see his hands. And you see him kind of sitting behind the microphone so Batman can hear him. You see the bottom of his head and of his face, top of his face. You see the eyes. But you never really get to see the whole thing, and that's sort of like a teaser. That would be a good lead in. But you could just kind of piece everything together, and you kind of know what he looks like. And then when you do see full frontal shots, it's out of focus. So that's kind of artsy, a little annoying too. They did do that in the Batman, but like here, they're just really trying to hide his appearance in a way, and I kind of feel a bit split on that. Like I said, it's not a fantastic scene. It's a good one. It's a fun one, and the fact that it's deleted, adds to that entertainment while watching it. I don't know. I just didn't really like this appearance. I get it. They wanted it to be shocking. They wanted it to grab you. This is the movie where we're changing things up with appearances. The Riddler looks different. And I get it, but it's basically it's opinionated. In my opinion, this is not my favorite looking Joker. Also just the Joker should be more fun than this is all I'm saying. If this is how he's going to be in the sequel, I mean, it's good, but even the Riddler, if you've seen, spoiler, if you have not, I don't even know why you're watching this if you haven't seen the Batman yet. But remember when they've got the DA strapped up to the bomb, and Batman is there to save him. Didn't the Riddler get animated still? I get it, way different than what we're used to with Frank Gorshin or Jim Carrey or any of the other Riddlers. But, there was a bit of fun there. There was a bit of entertainment value, a bit of the comedic side coming out because these are over the top lunatics. Maybe just, I'm saying, just like a hair too dark, dial it back a little bit. Like I'm saying, you can still have the dark with a bit of the entertainment, i.e. Heath Ledger. I mean, I get it. You don't have to go, full blown Jack Nicholson or Caesar Romero, but I think just maybe a tad too much. And this would have really bogged the movie down. Now, I don't know if like they deleted this before the scene, maybe they weren't going to have that scene. Like, I really think in the Batman, the final product, that they weren't going to have that whole thing with the vans, with the bombs and the flood coming into Gotham. That really, to me, seemed a bit tacked on. As if go back and watch my full review of the movie if you want to see my opinion on it. Even those scenes were good visually, and they weren't necessarily bad. They did sort of detract from the overall presentation and flow of the film. It felt like it kind of bogged it down. It felt like it kind of bloated the movie. It kind of artificially brought it to that 3-hour mark, which comic book movie directors and studios are obsessed with making these movies super long for some reason, which, it used to be trying to make the movie as short as possible, because as far as I'm concerned, people's attention spans are even worse now. Now, like I said, I still really enjoyed the movie, but if they were planning to have this Joker scene and tack on another 5 minutes on top of him going back to Arkham after that, because here we've got Batman talking to the Joker. He's asking about the Riddler. He wants to know what, he thinks about this. And, and Joker says, well, maybe he has a personal vendetta. And that plays into it. So it does fit nicely, but it would have been monotonous, really. So, but imagine if they had both of these scenes in there, it would have bloated the fuck out of the movie. And I think it would have detracted even further. And, we already had enough villains in here. We had Falcone. We had Penguin. We had the Riddler. Saving the Joker at the end was a smart move. Just a little bit of a teaser there. And I looked up the actor finally, because I was like, who is this guy already? And it's Barry Keoghan. I believe I might be saying that name wrong. He's an Irish actor. He's not an amateur. He's actually been acting since 2011. I wikied him. And, I'm not really too familiar with a lot of the films he's been in here, but he's been in Dunkirk, which, I know that's a movie that I do want to see that I have not seen. So, I don't know how big of a part he played in that movie, but he's got at least like 20 movies under his belt. I mean, the performance for what he was asked to do in this scene is good. It's very dark. It's, sadistic, as I saw someone put in the comments. I mean, that was a really good, a good adjective to describe the Joker in this scene. I just think it's like, okay, we don't need to make him that sick and sadistic, because I think you're kind of getting away from the character. Yes, he is supposed to be sick and sadistic, not to contradict myself, but he's also supposed to have that more playful side, which makes him even more disturbing. I just don't want it to be, when the Batman 2 or whatever the hell, they're probably not going to call it the Batman 2. They're probably going to call it the Batman Rises or something like that, always with their little subtitles instead of just committing to the, the numerical sequel, which I kind of prefer in a way. Keeps it nice and even. I'm kind of like James Rolfe in that way. But, yeah, I think they should probably kind of ease up on, the darkness a little bit and just let him play a little bit more around with the role. I think it will be better off for it. Kind of let him let loose. Unless this is the actor's interpretation, this is the way that Matt Reeves wants it, the director. I don't know, but it was a decent deleted scene, but it wasn't anything like some people like, whoa, like blowing their minds. I mean, it was good. I'm happy they cut it though, decent enough. Not really, from what I'm judging here, it's not the best Joker performance. Like I said, it almost doesn't feel like I'm watching the Joker. It feels like another villain, aside from the laugh at the end. I mean, how fucked up are you gonna make the guy look to the point where he's unrecognizable as the Joker? And like I said, the laugh needs work because at the end, we're getting so far away from the Cesar Romeros and the Jack Nicholsons who had the best laughs. I mean, I get it. Not everyone's gonna be like that. No, not everyone wants that side of the Joker, but that is the iconic side of the Joker. That is the Joker. I mean, he is supposed to be basically an evil clown, and why we want to try to mask that. I don't get it. And and there's always going to be people screaming, "Read the comics, read the comics," and I have to say to you, well, you read the comics because there's been plenty of times where we've seen the Joker, and when he started off, I mean, this guy looked like a demented clown, and I think they should kind of keep him still within that same realm. It's not so unbelievable. And I really, I got to just wrap things up and just say, like, why are we not giving this role to Joaquin Phoenix? I really don't understand how Matt Reeves is not getting. You had an amazing film with Joaquin Phoenix in The Joker. Why are we not easily crossing that over? I mean, how hard would that be? Not hard at all. I'm sure the guy would do the role, right, for the right money. It can't be that. So, I don't know. I don't know why they would go for this direction. They had a good look, like that's my Joker right there. But it's like I said, this is all subjective. There's many people gonna say, oh, the usual. You don't know what you're talking about. But like I said, it's just not my style of Joker, is all I'm saying. The performance was good, but I just think we should dial it back a bit and give Joaquin Phoenix the role because I think he has earned it after that performance. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me that they would make that move, and I get it, different director and everything, but why can't we set them in the same universe? It would not be that hard to do so. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought about the deleted scene in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click the bell so you get all notifications when I post all my new videos. I want to thank all my patrons for your continued support. Thanks again, guys. I will see you next time.